Although Mollem is Goa's largest protected area, ironically, it's dying. In my last video, we saw the beautiful and diverse wildlife of Goa. And if we don't act now, we are gonna lose our beautiful Mollem and our wildlife. For the last few months, we've been hearing a lot about Mollem. So what is Mollem? What is at stake? What are we going to lose? I will try to answer these questions as briefly as possible. So what is Mollem? Mollem National Park is spread across 240 square kilometers in the Western Ghats. It is home to a variety of birds, insects, reptiles, and wild animals. Mollem also houses 722 species of flowering plants, out of which 128 species of plants are exclusive to Mollem National Park. What are the proposed projects? There are 3 projects proposed: doubling of the railway line, expansion of the highway, and a new transmission line. In December 2019, a newly appointed State Wildlife Board just met for an hour and discussed the new projects. Just for an hour. What are we losing in the name of development? The proposed projects will require a felling of 9,10,000 square meter of forest, and the CM of the state admitted to felling of 70,000 trees. So what went wrong? EIA. The Environmental Impact Assessment is a process of evaluating the environmental impact of a newly proposed project. In simple terms, when a project is proposed, a study needs to be done over a year ideally. So we learn about the movement of animals, effects on plants and smaller animals, so we do not disturb the wildlife. It should also mention the positive and the negative impact it will have on the people living around in the area and how this project will benefit the locals. The effects the project will have on the air, water, soil and the noise quality over the years. There were 3 EIAs done for the proposed project and they were poorly done. They did a good job on the air, water and the noise quality, but failed to study how the wildlife will be affected. An underpass or an overpass can be made only if there's an extensive study made on the movement of the animals over the years, and this cannot be done over few months. If we look at the EIA of the road, page 74 says the state bird is the ruby-throated yellow bulbul. The statement is copied from a Wikipedia page. Page 78 of the EIA for road mentions that field survey has been carried out to study birds. However, there is no bird checklist provided, except for one mention of Indian robin. The EIA for the transmission line is not even available for public. A public stakeholder meeting was held for the road, but was never held for the transmission line. A public stakeholder meeting is a meeting where the locals of the area meet and they discuss the projects and how it will help them and how it will affect the area and what compensation is given to the villagers. When a tree is cut, birds, insects, butterflies, dragonflies, frogs and large mammals are affected. We need to study the indicator species. Indicator species are the species that reveal the impact of the environmental change. Here are my suggestions. The forest is already divided in 3 parts, and now if the new transmission line is made, the forest will be now divided in 4 parts. So instead of cutting more trees, my suggestion would be we can have the transmission line next to the road or next to the existing transmission line. Campa funds. When a forest is cut for a non-forest purpose, it is mandatory for an equal area to be diverted for afforestation, and funds need to be raised for that. So what can we do? We need to raise a question to do a cumulative EIA of all the projects and what impact will it have on our forest. If we are protesting against these projects, we need to set our priorities straight and focus on the real issues rather than fighting for a political propaganda. Institutes who make these EIA should be the best and their EIS should not be questionable. Locals of that area should be involved in the meetings and they should be aware of what's in it for them. Yes, we do need development, but it cannot be at the cost of damaging the ecosystem. We need to have a sustainable development. We have one of the best wildlife protection laws in India, and the people in charge of the protected area should be the one caring for it and not surrendering to the government in the name of development. We need our forest to boost our wildlife tourism. We need to save our wildlife. We need to save Mollem. You can also check out this video I found on YouTube. It's called The Art of Destruction. It's a beautiful documentary made about Mollem. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my video, please share it with your friends so we can raise an awareness about this topic. It's time we ask the right questions.